Check, check.
I got the world on my mind.
Yeah. Sean and Corey, Curtis Young.
Running out of time.
Yes.
Sooner or later, they'll see why I see why I got the realest flow. Son of the dark, but I still got the illest flow. And it's ironic to me how a conic MC can trap me before we drop the chronic CD. You see, it all started in the CPT. When Nina rolled the shotgun, so the fleet C3. Keep the pound in the middle like DPG. Now they love me in the late like CP3. I'm ballin', shout out to Uncle Warren. And all the pretty girls are seeing out while I'm touring. Signing autographs, otherwise I'll ignore them. Voila, I got this rider chick that I'm adoring. Yo.
Center stages and spotlights. Oh, baby. People craze with the fantasy pop life. Social frenzies. Who's your next bestie, baby? False realities and drugstore remedies. I got the world on my mind. And maybe never comes. We're out of time, babe. I got the world on my mind. And maybe never comes. We're out of time, babe.
Y'all know what it is. Lace them hits.
From Tokyo to LA, stop your evil ways. Show this place your love. Making brighter days. Save the light and save the dream. I can't believe it now. You have to flip the page and you can really see it now. I got the world on my mind. Yes, it's on my mind. Running out of time,
Young.
I got the world. I got the world. Yeah, yeah. I got the world, baby.
Sean and
I
Corey.
got the world, baby. I got the world, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Check, check, check. Mic check. How's everybody doing today? Happy Monday. So today's July 10th, and I am out of breath. We had a little bit of technical difficulties this morning with our internet stream, so I'm going to go ahead and pop on now. A little bit late. I apologize for that. We had some technical difficulties this morning, but I'm here. Hey. So today's July 10th. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. It was kind of bittersweet. We had a celebration of life for my Uncle Dave. I think in my first episode of my podcast here, my uncle had, I think it was my second episode, my uncle had passed. A great musician, a legend in my mind, in my heart, one of the greatest guitar players I ever played with, jazz musician and vocalist, R&B vocalist, incredible. So we had his celebration of life over the weekend, and the family asked me to play. We set up the PA there, and I had a couple of musicians who worked with Dave back in the day. Charles Dollison, great keyboard player, and David Barbosa on percussion. So it was a great time. Like I said, bittersweet, a lot of tears, a lot of love in the air. And so it was good. It was good. But anyways, getting to business here. I hope you guys are doing good, and we're gonna have a great week. I know we talk about farming all the time, so it sounds so hokey. But hey, we got to do it. So let's just have a kick-ass week, and don't forget that I'm here 7 days a week for you guys. 626-392-7993. Also email open@CoreyTitleRep.com. Shout out to my brother Tony Serrano, by the way, Tony the broker. I had talked about doing some live music stuff on Saturdays, some Saturday sessions. Of course, this Saturday we were busy with the celebration of life for Dave, but we will be doing some Saturday sessions here. And a good friend of mine, good buddy of mine in the business, he's a broker, is going to join me soon, real soon. We're going to be doing some really interesting music. I have a project that I'm working on that's for those of you who know me, I'm a saxophonist, and I'm working on I'm working on an EP right now, and Tony is actually a hip hop guru from back in the day. He used to work over at Interscope Records, and he introduced me to some great people in the business, and so we're going to be doing some really cool, interesting, what I would call, I don't want to call it jazz, even though it's very highly influenced by jazz, but instrumentals, but with a very hip hop vibe, and then also we'll feature Tony, aka Smoke, on the mic for some really cool some verses that he's gonna spit on. By the way, I wanna introduce you to my grandpup. If you could see him right there, his little face. That's Apollo. Say hi, Apollo. Oh, there he is. There you go. He's right there. That camera right there. That's Apollo. So Apollo is a Brittany. Some people call it a Brittany Spaniel. He's a bird dog. He's a hunting dog. We picked him up from the breeder up in Utah, and that's a really funny story that we were sharing with some family over this weekend. But I'll have to share that story another day. But anyways, this is our dog Apollo. He's just such a loving dude, and you can see here he loves massages. Anyways, I'll have to show you some of the tricks that he does with his nose. He's got this incredible nose, and we'll hide, like we used to hide like some feathers, some pheasant feathers in the house, put him in the bathroom, and then he'd come out and track down the feathers. But then we started realizing he'll do this with anything. He's got such a strong nose, and he just loves that game. So we started like doing anything like a shoe or a hat, and we just got to let him smell the hat, and then we put him in the bathroom, and he knows what to do. He just sits there. We open the door, and he's like, boom. He's like so focused on finding that item. Even if it takes him 5 minutes, he'll usually find it within the first couple minutes. But he'll find it no matter where we put it in the house. So it's pretty cool. But anyways, like we were talking about last week, I wanted to share with you. Since we had some technical difficulties this morning with our connection, I'm not able to screenshot my computer today, so I'm gonna have to put that off. But I wanted to share some great marketing apps that I use and that you can use as well for your business. For one, I talked about it last week, and I was going to try to do a little tutorial on it today, but I can't screencast today. So I will say that for next week. By the way, next week, I will be in the Big Easy in New Orleans celebrating my daughter. Right there, she's with Apollo. She'll be turning 21. Say hi, baby. You're right there. So she's turning 21, and we're going to be having we're traveling down there, and some families flying in from Texas, from Houston, Dallas, and we're going to get out. We're going to be hanging out at midnight on Bourbon Street. If you're there in New Orleans, Bourbon Street midnight will be. I believe we're going to be at the Old Nola Cookery. Is that what it's called, Viv? Old Nola Cookery. And so we'll be there at midnight. So if you want to have a shot of bourbon with us on Bourbon Street, join us. It's gonna be cool. And so I'll probably do a short post on Monday, or I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do the full podcast. But depending on availability and internet connection and all that stuff. So I can be pretty mobile. But either way, I will definitely post and send some love from the Big Easy Nollins. That's how they call it, right? Nollins. We're gonna be eating crawfish, some gator, some fried gator, fried oysters. Right? What else? Oh, beignets. That's right. We got to stop at the Cafe du Monde. If you haven't been down there, the place is just really cool. It's very historic. We went down there a few years back with Charles Dawlison, the keyboard player that I was telling you about earlier. And we fell in love with the place, and I took my family back out the second time, and then this is gonna be our third time down there. And it's just I don't know. It's one of those. Everybody's very hospitable, and they're like, it's just really good. Really good vibe, really good energy. Of course, the food, the culture, the music. I'm a musician. We have a lot of musicians in our family. Everyone really in our family is musical to some degree. So we just love the energy, the vibe down there. So we'll be down there next week. And like I said, I'm gonna be posting some stuff from down there. So let's talk about, I had sent a post earlier about, leveraging data to be more target specific and, help win more listings. Right. And that's really what I'm trying to help my agents with today. And this is, going back to all the resources that we have here at Pacific Coast Title Company. We have the PCT Title Toolbox, which is really good for this, for helping you target, being target specific, right? Because you don't want to just blast out. And we've talked about, I've talked about this before and over and again. And this is really what I try to help my agents with, is just being more specific, going after the next sellers. We run an algorithm. Next seller is empty nesters, absentee owners, rather than just blasting out to the whole neighborhood. And there's a lot of different facets to like Title Toolbox that you can use for doing this. So like, for instance, if you have a farm that you've already got a spreadsheet, even if it's from a different company, I don't care. I'm willing to help you with anything. If you don't have an order with us yet, but you're willing to, give us an opportunity to earn your business, I'll help you. We'll help you. You have questions on anything. But anyways, if you have a farm already, we can actually help you upload that farm into Title Toolbox, and then we can actually filter that spreadsheet for you. We can do it, but I'd rather teach you how to do that as well, how to use the Title Toolbox to your advantage when prospecting, right? And this is being target specific again. So you upload your farm, your spreadsheet. And I wish I could show this to you, but again, because of the trouble we had this morning, I won't be able to screencast today. But what you do, I'll show you how to do this, on my next episode, where, if I'm not in New Orleans, but maybe the one after New Orleans. And I'll show you how to upload that spreadsheet, how to reformat, because you'll have to reformat it. We have to take out some of the fields, so that you can use your farm, your spreadsheet, and then pull out the empty nesters, right? The next sellers, all of the absentee owners off of that list. And the idea is that you're chopping down the farm and you're breaking it down so that you have these smaller demographics that are more targeted. And that's the idea. That's the goal. Don't waste time. Don't waste money on someone who just bought the house. Why send, a mailer that's going to cost you, upwards near $1 to send out for marketing on someone who just purchased the house within the last year? You don't want to waste your time and your money doing that. You want to be more target specific. The next seller is an algorithm, right, that targets and gives you, the owners with the highest inclination to sell based off of the average year of ownership on that farm. Great tool, especially if you have a listing or you someone else has a listing in your office, target those next sellers around that listing. Promote that listing, right? But go after those targets, the next sellers. Go after the absentee owners. The out-of-state owners are great. You can go after out-of-state owners. Absentee owners are what? They're investors. Investors usually want to do what? One of two things. They're going to want to either buy more, add to their portfolio of assets, or maybe they want to liquidate now. It's a good time to sell, right? The market's hot for sellers right now. You have multiple bids coming in, multiple offers. And so it's a good time. It's a good time for an investor to sell, or someone who's been holding for quite a while, right? Sell when the market's hot. You want to sell when it's high. And so it's a good time for that. You might not have somebody want to sell who just bought within the last year with a 3% interest rate, right? So that's, again, what I'm trying to get to is, just being more target specific. And so again, I wasn't able to share in screencast today, but I'm going to go through this with you guys over the next, several weeks. We'll be touching on this. I've talked about the lead sheet through Title Toolbox. And it's just not just Title Toolbox, but we work with what we call PCT 247. It's our branded version of Title Pro 247. And we just did a great class, by the way, hosted by our fearless leader, Jorge Mesa, in our Glendale office. So we're doing trainings every week on Friday, just about every week. And I think the next topic, I'm not sure exactly what the next topic is going to be. I think it might be back on documents and on understanding documents from the grant deed, deeds of trust, all kinds of different documents. And so those are really good classes, especially if you're new to the business or you need a good refresher. Join us in Glendale, Pacific Coast Title Company. That's our office, and we do the training there on Fridays. Great topics, by the way. On some of them are on these tools. By the way, I can come out too. So if you have an office, if you're a broker, or you're a manager, and you want me to come out and do a class on Title Toolbox, on Title Pro 247, we can do a class on how to read a prelim. There's all kinds of stuff that we can do. We're always going to be talking about title because we have to, and we want to. We want to share with you the experience from A to Z, what we really do here, and then all of the resources that we have, because we really do have a lot of the cutting edge technology. A lot of these developers for real estate apps, and they always come to us first. And they kind of beta test with us, and a lot of it is it's really good, really great technology based off of years and years and years of being around in the business. We talked about Title Pro 247. It's just a staple in the industry. Everybody knows how to use, or maybe not everybody knows how to use it. Everybody knows of it, and that's the thing, though. A lot of people know of it, and they don't know how to use the program, because you can actually use Title Pro 247 to generate leads for yourself. There's a premium side with some great lead information, and then they have the more general basic side, where they have general farming, and then they have the property profiles. By the way, if you guys need a really good profile, I've talked about it before. We have a really, really nice property profile. So feel free to order these for your next listing appointment or your open house. It's called our concierge profile, and it's broken down here by property, transaction, taxes, documents. You got the comparables, and it's just a really good profile. One of the best in the business. So if you need a good profile, and you want a hard copy to share with your potential next seller, give me a call, 626-392-7993. You can reach me by email, open@CoreyTitleRep.com. Keyword open. If you guys have an open order, you guys need a prelim, you send that to open@CoreyTitleRep.com. Right there. Wait. right there. So open at CoreyTitleRep.com gets you an open order. We'll get that going. We also talked about last week. We had Liz Velasquez on. We talked about the LP order. That's a listing prelim. New proprietary technology that we have here at Pacific Coast Title Company. The LP order it's an abbreviated prelim, and what that is it's basically 1 or 2 page sheet. It gives you all of the loans on the property, the taxes. It's an abbreviated prelim, so we're able to knock this out in like minutes. I know a lot of you, you kind of need that to get your deal going. And we can knock those out within minutes. That's called an LP, a listing prelim. And so it's really slick. So if you need something really fast like that, we can go ahead and knock that out within minutes. So we got the profiles, we got the concierge profile, we got the listing prelims. And then I talked about last week about a marketing program that I use, because I had some clients ask me, wow, what are you using for your social media? I'm doing the podcast now, which, by the way, is on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. So if you miss this one, or you're able to catch it later on on YouTube, great. But don't worry, because you can always listen to it in your car. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it interesting too, as we move along here. I see Alex Morales. Let's go. What's up? What's up, Alex? Another great agent in the biz, and I always like hanging out with Alex. We always talk. It's funny because I have a lot of colleagues and clients in the business. Who are all really, they're just incredible go-getters, like Tony, right? And Alex. And the one thing that we have in common that we share, and we always, every time I go to his office, like we sit there and we talk for like hours. And we'll talk about music, because Alex does music. He produces records to music, and his brother David, is also very much into film, like a lot like us here in our family. We do a lot of film projects and music. So shout out to Alex. What's going on, my brother? Anyways, I want to say happy birthday to my grandmother. I was going to share that picture. Do I have that picture? Do you have a picture? You sent it to me? I don't have it. Let's see, because of the internet thing. But anyways, my grandmother just turned 99 today. And so we're excited. We're almost at 100. She's just a funny person. I'll have to share some video. Maybe one of these days I'll get her up on here. But she's a character, and we love her dearly. She's our monarch. And so happy birthday, Grandma. I hope maybe I'll see you later today. If not, I'll maybe pick you up for breakfast tomorrow. Yeah. And we'll take Vivi. Right, Viv? Say hi. Yeah. Say hi, Grandma. It's to your left. Oh. Yeah. So, where are we on time? Yeah, anyways, so let's go ahead and set up some sessions. I'm going to be available. The rest of this week, I'll be leaving town on Thursday, but tomorrow and Wednesday, I'll still be around taking appointments. So if you want to get in an appointment, I can do it over the phone too, or Zoom, and we can talk about, again, leveraging some of this data, how to target, how to use the spreadsheets, and how to further filter them to pull out more target-specific data. And again, this is all using the PCT, the Title Toolbox, and or Pacific Coast Title 247. And then also our mobile app too. By the way, if you don't have access to the mobile app, Instant Profile, that's PCT Instant Profile. You can reach that in the Apple Store, iOS. It's available for download through Android as well. Just give me a call. You can call me again, 626-392-7993. You can text me. Just tell me, Corey, I need access to the mobile app, or to PCT247 Title Toolbox, and I want some training. And we can do that one-on-one in person. We can do it over the phone, over Zoom. And if you are a broker, you're a manager, and you want to do a class, I know I've done some for thank you, Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Rosie Hernandez. She says, happy birthday to your grandma. I will let her know. If you want to do some classes, I'm happy to do that. And if I can't do that, if there's a specific topic you want on, of course, we got to talk about title, prelims, how to read a prelim. I can always bring out an expert on that as well. I know I mentioned too also the 1031 exchanges and how we help set that up, who we use through our own escrow. So we might be able to get her on as well. She's our escrow leader to help you understand about the 1031 exchange and a lot of great topics. So I'll be back here Monday just to check in from New Orleans. And for sure, I think, we can't do that the Saturday sessions yet until I get back in town the following week. But definitely we're going to be doing that. We'll get Tony in here, maybe do a little interview and get some other guests in to talk about different challenges that we have. We're all facing some challenges right now, including in title. Don't get it wrong. We absolutely feel the shifts in the market. And again, we know it's hot right now. But the numbers are down for everyone in the business. Everyone, escrow, title. And so I know you agents out there are trying to find a way. And so I want to make sure that I'm here to give you the best resources that you can have to help give you the guidance that you need moving forward. But again, it's going to take consistency. You got to stay consistent. And so I'll leave you with one quote today, and it's a funny quote because I was thinking, well, a friend of mine sent me a motivational. He likes to fire me up in the morning. He'll send me a little quote or something, and just kind of gets me going, fires me up. And I don't know the exact quote, but this is from Charlie Brown. So he says he's sitting with Snoopy. It's Charlie Brown and Snoopy. And Charlie Brown says, Snoopy, one day we will all die. And Snoopy says, that's true, but all the other days we will live. So that resonated with me. I love that little quote. So don't waste your day. Stay productive, stay busy, get up, fire yourself out, work out early if you can. Do something that makes you feel good, because if you feel good, you're going to do good, right? Whatever that means, sometimes it's working out. Sometimes it's just listening to good music and firing yourself up, get you motivated for the day. Even motivating other people fires you up, right? So I'll leave you with that. And I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and end it here with a tune that we produced called I'm Feeling Good. So you guys have a great week. I'll see you guys Monday from the Big Easy, New Orleans. And I hope you guys have a great week. If you guys need me, don't forget to reach out, 626-392-7993. You can email me open@CoreyTitleRep.com. And don't forget to follow me on social media @CoreyTitleRep. Check out the podcast on Apple Podcasts. That'll be posted. My new podcast will post today. And stay blessed, guys. I'll see you guys.